This is Sujata, Assistant Professor in Botany, Government Degree College Women, Karimnagar. Today, I am going to give a lecture on cell division. Growth and reproduction are characteristics of cells that may be plant or animal cells. So, all cells reproduce by dividing into two, with each parental cell giving rise to two daughter cells. So these two daughter cells grow and divide, giving rise to a new cell population. That is its progeny. So cell division means, the definition is, it is a process by which a parent cell divides into two or more daughter cells. So this cell division is of two types. One is mitosis, that is called vegetative division, because it takes in vegetative parts of the plant and helps in the growth of that plant. And next division is meiosis. Another name is reproductive division. That means this meiosis takes place in reproductive cells. Cell cycle. Cell cycle means the sequences of events by which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesis of other constituents, here constituents means cell organelles, and divides into two daughter cells. So this process is called as cell cycle. So cell cycle, it consists the cell division, DNA replication, and cell growth, hence have to take place in a coordinated way to ensure correct division and formation of progeny. So the sequences, all these sequences, that is duplication of DNA and formation of cell organelles and division of cell into two daughter cells, all these comes under cell cycle. Cell cycle, it involves mainly two stages. That is, first one is interphase and second one is division phase. So the cell cycle involves two stages. First one is interphase and second one is division phase or mitosis phase. Interphase. This interphase present between two successive M phase. Two successive M phase means mitosis phases. So between two mitosis phases, interphase is present. In interphase, the cell grows in size and prepares itself for next division. So the interphase may be called, it is a preparation stage. So a series of metabolic changes occur during interphase in cell. It is most active phase of the cell cycle. Thus, interphase lasts more than 95% of duration of cell cycle. So in cell cycle, 95% interphase only present. Remaining 5% only division phase. So interphase also called sometimes a resting phase, but it is not resting phase. It is metabolically active phase. So many metabolic changes, that is replication of DNA, formation of cell organelles. So all these events takes place in this interphase. So it is very active phase of cell cycle. So in interphase, there are three sub-stages. One is G1 phase, second one is S phase, and third one is G2 phase. G1 phase. G1 phase, that is here G means gap phase. So G1 phase, it corresponds to the interval between mitosis and initiation of DNA replication. So G1 means here it is present before the DNA replication, that is S phase. So it is a phase, that interval between the mitosis, that is division phase, and the S phase, that is the replication phase. So between these two phases, G1 phase is present. During this G1 phase, cell organelles, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, all these cell organelles increase in cell and rapidly synthesizes the different types of RNA and proteins. So in this G1 phase, what are the changes? Increase in cell size and synthesis of different types of RNA, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, different types of RNA and proteins. So cell grows maximum in G1 stage because the availability of protein and synthesis of new protoplasm also takes place in this G1 phase. The protein synthesis and RNA synthesis and protoplasm synthesis, this all takes place in G1 phase. So the cell grows maximum in G1 stage. And next, S phase. S means here synthesis phase. So synthesis of what? DNA. Synthesis of DNA takes place in S phase. So in this S phase, that is the second substage of interphase, in S phase, the replication of DNA and the synthesis of histone proteins takes place. It is important stage, important substage. The synthesis of DNA and histone proteins takes place in this S phase. During this time, that is S phase, the amount of DNA per cell, it becomes double. If the initial amount of DNA present as 2C, then it increases into 4C, but the number does not change. Before the S substage, if the chromosome number is, suppose example 16, after the S stage also the number 16 only. There is no change in the number of chromosomes. Only the amount of DNA only increases. If the cell had diploid After the S phase also it is diploid. So the chromosome number is same, it is constant, but the amount of DNA only increases. So S phase, it marks the phase of DNA replication and chromosome duplication. So the main substage is S phase, that is present in the interphase. So in S phase, DNA replication takes place. The amount of DNA increases in this S phase, that is synthesis phase. Next, third substage of interphase, that is G2 phase, gap 2. Second, gap phase. So in this phase, the special materials required for M phase. Here M phase means mitosis phase, that is division phase. So which material is required for the M phase? Those material are synthesized in G2 phase. So in G2 phase, the special material that is which are necessary for division phase, that is M phase, are synthesized. Example, tubulin proteins. This tubulin protein is used for the formation of the spindle fibers. So this tubulin protein, another proteins. So those are all synthesized in G2 phase. So there is G0 phase also there. There is G0 phase also there. Here you look at the image. Here the G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. So G1 it is present between the division phase and S phase. S phase is present between the G1 and G2. G2 is present between the S and division phase. So here 95% in the cell cycle total interphase only present. Only some percent only present as division phase, that is mitosis phase. So in the, for example, there's 24 hours duration is there. In that 23 hours it takes only for interphase. Only 1 hour is for the division phase. So there is a G0 phase also there. G0 means in the G0 phase, some cells, example heart cells, that is present in the animals, in adult animals, they do not show any division, and neurons, those also do not show any division. So these cells, they enter into G0, they exit G1 phase, and some cells are there. They divide occasionally. When the organism needs those cells, then only they divide. If there is any injury or cell death, then only those cells divide and they continue the division phase. Otherwise, they exit the G1 phase. Only it present in the G0, that is quiescent stage. Quiescent means that is inactive stage. Inactive stage. So in interphase, it is most important. It is in this interphase, the preparation of the cell for the division takes place. So in the total time, in the 24 hours time, duration of the 24 hours time, 23 hours takes only for the interphase. Only 1 hour is for the division phase, that is M phase. So in interphase, G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase are present. In these three substages, S phase is important. In this S phase, replication of DNA takes place. And G1 phase, the cytoplasm increases, cell also increases in size. In G2 phase also, some material which are important for the division of the cell, they synthesized. So this is about the cell cycle and interphase. So in cell division, there are the two phases. One is the first one in cell division. There are two phases are there. One is the interphase and second one is the division phase. So In interphase, that is the preparation for the cell takes place, and next phase is the division phase. In this division phase, the cell, it represents the actual division. So in this division, it undergoes the division and forms the daughter cells. So it involves a major reorganization of virtually all components of the cell. So this division phase, that is M phase, mitosis phase, it starts with the nuclear division and ends with the cytoplasm division. First, nucleus which is present in the cell divides. After that, after the completion of the nuclear division, cytoplasm and cell organelles divide. So the mitosis, which is comes under the division phase, is divided into the following stages. So this mitosis division, first the mitosis term, first proposed by the Fleming. The scientist name is Fleming. He first proposed the mitosis. So through mitosis, the cells which are produced by mitosis, they are identical cells. They are identical to their mother cell. So in mitosis, it has 4 stages. In mitosis, there are 4 stages are there. The first stage is the prophase, and second one is the metaphase, third one is the anaphase, fourth one is the telophase. So first one in mitosis is prophase. Prophase, it is the first phase of the mitosis division. So this mitosis division, it produces 2 daughter cells which are similar to the parent cell. So this mitosis division takes place in vegetative cells. So that's why we call this mitosis or vegetative division. Vegetative division, there is no change in chromosome number. There is no change in chromosome. The daughter cells, they are identical to parent cells, parents. So first phase of the mitosis is prophase. Prophase, so it is the first stage of mitosis, follows the S and G2 phases of interphase. So in interphase, there are the G1, S, G2. 3 phases are there. So after the S and G2, then mitosis starts. Mitosis starts. In the S and G1 phase, the new DNA molecules formed. In the S and G2 phase, that is main S phase, the new DNA molecules are formed. So the main character of this prophase is the initiation of condensation of chromosomal material. In interphase, the chromosomes looks like a thread-like structure. A thread-like structure. But when the prophase, the first phase of the mitosis starts, then the thread-like structures of chromosomes starts to condensation. Starts to condensation. So the chromosomal material becomes entangled during the process of condensation. So the main character of this prophase, that is the first phase of the mitosis, the condensation of chromosomes takes place. So the chromosomes are seen to be composed of 2 chromatids. See the late prophase, you look at the image of late prophase, the chromosomes are seen to be composed of 2 chromatids attached to at the place of centromere. So in this prophase, the initiation of the assembly of mitotic spindle and the microtubules and the proteinaceous components of the cell takes place. So in this prophase, what are the changes? First, condensation of chromosomes takes place. Next, initiation of the assembling of mitotic spindle and assembly of the microtubules and proteinaceous components. These changes takes place during this prophase. At the end of the prophase, when we see the cells under the microscope, they do not show Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus, and nuclear envelope. So at the end of the prophase, that is in late prophase, it appears there is the disappear of the nuclear envelope and disappear of the nucleolus. Okay, these changes takes place at the end of the prophase. So in the prophase, condensation of the chromosomes takes place, disappear of the nuclear membrane and disappear of the nucleolus and initiation of the assembly of the mitotic spindles, microtubules takes place. So these are the changes takes place during the prophase. It is the first phase of the mitosis division. So the second phase of the second stage which is present in the mitosis division is the metaphase. It is the second stage of the mitosis division. So in this metaphase, the complete disintegration of the nuclear envelope takes place. The total disintegration of the nuclear envelope takes place. So due to the disappear or disintegration of the nuclear envelope, the chromosomes are spread through the cytoplasm of the cell. There is no nuclear membrane. So the chromosomes are there spread throughout the cytoplasm. So at this stage, we can study the morphology of the chromosomes. So the study of the shape or the study of the chromosomes takes place only during the two stages, that is metaphase and anaphase. During these two stages only we can study the morphology of the chromosomes. So at this metaphase, nuclear envelope totally disappears. So the chromosomes, they freely floating on the cytoplasm. The spindle fibers attached to the kinetochores. So at this stage, the condensation of the chromosomes completed. And at this metaphase, the chromosome now it has the two sister chromatids. These two sister chromatids are held together by centromere. So at the centromere, a small disc-shaped structure is present. At the centromere surface, there is a small disc-shaped surface is present. So that structure is called as kinetochore. The structure, disc-shaped structure which is present on the centriole, that is called as kinetochore. So these structures, these kinetochores, they serve as sites for the attachment of the spindle fibers. So these two sister chromatids, they attach at the centromere. So at the centromere, kinetochore is present. It is a disc-shaped structure. At this kinetochore, the spindle fibers attach. The attachment of the spindle fibers takes place at the disc-shaped kinetochore. Disc-shaped kinetochore. So this metaphase is characterized by the formation of the equator. Formation of the, or otherwise we call metaphase plate. Metaphase plate. So on this metaphase plate, the chromosomes with their centromere, they're attached on the metaphase plate. So in this metaphase, what is the changes takes place? The spindle fibers attached to the kinetochores and chromosomes are moved to the spindle equator or metaphase plate and get aligned, arranged along metaphase plate through spindle fibers to both poles. So the spindle fibers attached to the kinetochores, these spindle fibers are present from both poles. From both poles. So at this metaphase, the chromosomes have the two chromatids. These two chromatids attached at the centromere. On the centromere, a disc-shaped structure is present that is called the kinetochore. To this kinetochore, the spindle fibers attached and the formation of metaphase plate takes place. On this metaphase plate, the chromosomes are arranged. How they are arranged? The centromere is present on the metaphase plate. So the spindle fibers are present on the kinetochore from both poles, both sides. So these are the changes of metaphase, second phase of the mitosis. Next one is the anaphase. Anaphase, it is the third phase of the mitosis division. In this phase, the centromeres which are present on the metaphase plate split. The centromere, at the place of the centromere, it splits and two chromatids separates. The main change of the anaphase is the centromere splits. The centromere splits lengthwise. The centromere splits lengthwise. Then the sister chromatids, now we can call those sister chromatids as chromosomes now. Now those chromatids we call as chromosomes due to the splitting of centromere. The two sister chromatids they separate. So these two sister chromatids, each chromatid now we called as chromosomes. Now after the splitting of these centromere, the two sister chromatids they separate and these two sister chromatids move to opposite poles. One chromatid moves to one pole and another chromatid moves to another pole. So now these chromatids now we call as daughter chromosomes. Daughter chromosomes. So now the number of chromosomes become double in cell. Now in the image you see, if there is a 4 chromosomes are there, then the 4 chromosomes they split at the centromere. So one chromatid goes to the one pole side and another chromatid goes to the another pole side. So there is no change in the number of chromosomes. Same as is both pole side, 4 chromosomes are present. Those are chromatids. Of course, we call daughter chromosomes. So these 4 chromosomes now we have same number. Only chromatids are separating. So each chromatid acts as a daughter chromosome. So there is no change in the number of chromosomes. So the chromosomes moves away from the equatorial plate. The centromere of each chromosome is towards the pole and hence at the leading edge. So in the anaphase, what are the main changes? The centromere splits and chromatids separates. Then the chromatids means chromosomes move to the opposite sides, move to the opposite poles. So these are the changes in anaphase. That is the third phase of mitosis. And next and last phase of the mitosis is the telophase. Telophase. It is the last phase of the mitosis. So at the beginning of the telophase, the chromosomes which are reached their respective poles start to decondense. They start to decondense. The chromosome which are reached at the poles, two poles, opposite poles. Now in telophase, they start to decondense. In telophase, the chromosomes which are reached both poles start to decondense and lose their individuality. Okay, and lose their individuality. Now the individual chromosomes, they looks like a thread-like structure. Thread-like structure. So the chromosomes cluster at the opposite spindle poles and their identity is lost as discrete elements because they start when they reach the opposite poles. These chromatids, that is we calling as daughter chromosomes, they start the decondensation. See, they lost their identity. They looks like a thread-like structures. And next, the nuclear envelope assembles around the chromosomes cluster. And nucleolus also appears. Golgi complex, ER also reformed. So, the changes in the telophase are opposite to the prophase. In the prophase, what happened? The nuclear envelope, nucleolus disappear. And Golgi, endoplasmic reticulum also disappear. But at the end stage, that is the telophase, what are the changes? The nuclear envelope and nucleolus. So these again appear and Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum also reformation takes place. So these are the changes takes place in the telophase. So up to here, the nucleus division is over. Next, after the nucleus division, cytoplasm has to be divided. So that is we call the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means what? The cytoplasm of a single cell divides into two daughter cells. So after the nuclear division, cytoplasm has to be divided. So this is called the cytokinesis. So when it starts during or after the late stage of the nuclear division. What is the late stage? Telophase. So after the telophase, the cytokinesis, that is the division of the cytoplasm, takes place. So in plants, the cytokinesis takes place by cell plate formation. First, the formation of the cell plate takes place. So, Golgi vesicles and spindle microtubules, these both Golgi vesicles and spindle microtubules arrange themselves on equator to form phragmoplast. First, phragmoplast formation takes place. How? The Golgi aperture and the spindle microtubules, they combinedly form the phragmoplast. So the fragments of the endoplasmic reticulum also deposit in the phragmoplast. The role Golgi, it plays a main role in the formation of the phragmoplast. Endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the formation of the phragmoplast. So the membranes of the Golgi vesicles fuse and form a plate-like structure that is called the cell plate. First, the barrel-shaped phragmoplast formation takes place. Later, the vesicles, the membranes, the membranes of the Golgi vesicles, they all fuse and form a plate-like structure. That is we call the cell plate. Cell plate. Then the Golgi vesicles, they start to secrete calcium and magnesium pectate. So then the cell plate is modified into middle lamella. After the secretion of calcium and magnesium pectate by Golgi vesicles, this cell plate changes into middle lamella. After the middle lamella formation takes place, both sides of the middle lamella, the primary cell wall formation takes place with cellulose pectin. So, the cytokinesis in plants occur in centrifugal order. In centrifugal order, the cytokinesis takes place. The cytokinesis takes place in plants in centrifugal order. Next, significance of the mitosis. Significance of the mitosis. So, what is the importance of the mitosis? So, the mitosis, it is useful for the development of organism occur by mitosis. So, the development of the organism takes place by the mitosis. Every organism, that may be plant or animal, the life starts from the single cell. This single cell, that is zygote, which is formed due to the fusion of the male and female gametes. So, this zygote undergoes mitotic divisions and form multicellular body of plant and animal. So, this mitosis is useful for the development of the organism. And also this mitosis also help in the growth of the organism. Growth of the organism. So, in multicellular organisms, the growth of the organism takes place by the mitosis. In multicellular organisms, the growth takes place by the mitosis. Mitosis only. Next, the mitosis, very important contribution of the mitosis is cell repair. It is useful in the cell repair. If the cells of the plant, that may be epidermis, if any injury is there, then that place is replaced by the new cells by mitosis. So the mitosis is helpful in the repair of the organism. And also this mitosis divisions takes place in the meristema tissue. Where is the meristema tissue is present? At the stem, root apex and shoot apex. These are the growing places. So in these places, the mitosis takes place. And the mitosis also helps in the genetic stability. In mitosis, during the mitosis, the splitting of the chromosomes takes place and divides into the new daughter cells. Therefore, the chromosomes form from the parent chromosomes by copying the exact DNA. Therefore, the daughter cells formed is genetically uniform and identical to the parent. Thus, mitosis helps in the preserving the maintenance of the genetic stability. So, there is no change in the genetic material. The cells which are formed due to this mitosis are identical to the parent. Thank you.